Highlights. They are brought to you by Avera Orthopedics. This was a 17-10 game at the break. Mark Gronowski, a little more pop in that second half. This was a nice ball to Griffin Wilde.
Yeah, you saw it coming out of the halftime. They were putting a lot of pressure up front, especially on these down and distance plays, and Mark really responded in the second half with those.
And again, the passing, 21 of 32 was Gronowski, 285 yards, 4 touchdowns overall. And how about the move here by Brody Gormley? Just gets tripped up inside the 10.
These are a lot of the plays that you saw, especially with Dallas Goddard, Tucker Kraft, getting him out on the edge, making those plays, and you really see that next level of tight ends coming through for SDSU.
Amar Johnson finishes it off. Again, SDSU, they had a couple times where they were tied, but Incarnate Word, give them credit. This was a nice ball from Calzada to Roy Alexander. He had a nice long touchdown in this game. The receivers for the Cardinals were excellent all game long.
Yeah, they were excellent all game long. Again, you might see one of those plays on SportsCenter Top 10. We just got to make those and execute those at a higher level next time.
But Johnson, his second touchdown of the second half, finishes with 112 yards and those 2 scores. SDSU increasing its lead. Incarnate Word got within 7 a couple of times in that second half, and then this was pretty, the flea flicker to Wilde.
And Wilde is really starting to open up where the Yankee Twins last year really dominated some of the pass catching. He's the next Jackrabbit great wide receiver. It's really cool to see him develop coming forward.
Here's a look at your final numbers. And again, Incarnate Word, we talked about the receivers, but the counter side of that is that running game just did not get going.
And that was part of it too with the Jackrabbits. I really liked as it progressed that they made them one-dimensional. They started to settle in. The safeties on the back end, the corners, that made a difference in kind of making that spread what it was to close out this game.
And you see a nice balance. It ended up being, of course, the Jacks ran it a little bit to waste some clock there at the end, but you see 230 rushing yards, 285 passing. Again, when you can get that kind of balance, you'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah, you'll take that any day of the week, and that sets up and it really opens up your entire playbook for Coach Olson and that squad to make those decisions in game and play to really the strengths again, like we talked about coming out of half. They made some adjustments, and we really saw the results from that.
45-24 is your final score.